CryptosRUs, George, you truly crossed the line this time. Bro, how are you going to spread information that could possibly lead your viewers and subscribers to believe that there's another 300% move, possible 300% move up in Bitcoin just because the government is reopening back up? Are you kidding me? How can you actually spread this kind of bullshit information? And by bullshit information, I don't mean false information. I mean information without showing the entire picture. Bro, are you kidding me? And with the amount of influence you have, you really need to do better for your subscribers, dude.
Last time the government reopened in 2019, strangely enough, that was during Trump's first term, I believe, also. So the last two has been with Trump. But last time the government reopened, this is what happened. Okay, Bitcoin was stuck below 4,000, if you can believe that. It was stuck below 4,000. Did not seem like it was going to recover. People thought that at 20,000 that we fell down from was never going to be hit again. Trust me, I know, because I was streaming, and it was very bearish, and no one wanted to believe that Bitcoin could ever recover to 20,000, let alone hit 100,000. But after the government reopened, that's what happened. Bitcoin went up 300%.
Okay, Bitcoin went up 300% after the government reopened back in January 25th, 2019, right? Let's go to the charts and see what happened with Bitcoin. January 25th, 2019. What happened with Bitcoin? Yes, government supposedly reopened back up. And from the lows, it went up. Why is that crap? Okay, here it is. Went up 300 and something percent. Whoop de fucking do. What happened to Bitcoin before it went up 300%? Yes, it went up 300%. Why? Because it literally fell over 80%, bro. Are you kidding me? And you're saying that this is the same type of scenario and setup in Bitcoin as in right now? When we're literally near all-time highs still. We're still over 100K. And you think it's going to go up to what, 300,000 or more? It's amazing how I've watched your videos, dude, back in 2021. I've been to the crypto winter, okay? Which is why I'm constantly pushing this kind of video, to prevent other people from making the same bullshit-ass mistake that I did, okay? It's amazing how this guy only focuses on the positive narrative and basically just dismisses or isn't even skeptical about, positive narratives. But when it comes to negative narratives, he's like, you know what? It could be fake, which it could be. But why are you downplaying it, bro? Literally.
Here's what's really strange too. We know that there are some Bitcoin whales that have been selling off, either buying ETH, it seems like, or shorting against the market, or simply selling. I don't know how legit this is, but according to this article, which pointed to this person, he's been claiming that the Winklevoss twins themselves, who are the owners of Gemini Exchange, they've been selling their own Bitcoin. They've been transferring Bitcoin to their hot wallet. And this is not like selling for the people. They're selling themselves. They're from their own holdings. And he's assuming that these transfers are sells because they're transferring to the hot wallet. They have sold 9,000 Bitcoin year to date. Again, we don't know if this is actually true, but...
True. You don't know, because this is all speculation. I'll give him that.
It could be. I don't know. I don't know why they would sell nearly 1 billion of their own Bitcoin, but it does seem like the cycle's weird. We have all these like whales out of nowhere. All of a sudden that woke up after 10 years and they decided to sell like $1 billion or like $100 million, and then they're like shorting the market. Like, where is that coming from? Why now? It's like out of the blue. It's so weird.
Why
weird.
now, out of the blues? Dude, if they held for that long, 10 year plus, they made a crap ton of money. Why would they sell now? Because why not, dude? I mean, look at the price action that we had today, dude. Traditional markets rallied up like crazy because the possible government, solution and reopening, right? Which honestly, short-term wise, yes, it's positive catalyst. But dude, are you guys forgetting the possible jobs report that we didn't get for 2 months, dude? It could be a negative catalyst as well. It's not just all positive. Okay, so as far as current price action right now, yes, Bitcoin is looking okay because it's breaking out of this bearish consolidation right now. But if it doesn't get past these levels right here, like 112, I wouldn't get excited, dude. This is barely a move. And the fact that traditional markets went up as it did, and yet Bitcoin is only going up this much, that's still not good positive, price action, bro. You got to pay attention to these things. Don't just listen to these freaking narratives online thinking that, oh yeah, just because the government reopened back in 2019 and went up 300%, it could do it again. No, dude. It literally went down over 80%. That was the low of the crypto winter, dude. Are you kidding me? How is your content basically still the same after 3 freaking years, bro? Do some of your own analysis. Oh, and by the way, to the subscribers and, fanboy of George out there that are saying, oh, yeah, you're just making content off of his content. Bro, that's basically what he does every day. He shares content and the freaking online narrative that he finds on Twitter, traditional media, whatever. So it's the same thing. Don't care. Say what you want, bro. Insane. I'm literally trying to save you guys from potentially making the mistake on your investment career or journey by just listening to this guy, dude. Do not make that mistake. Why is he so not skeptical on bullish scenarios like this when it clearly doesn't even show the entire picture? Bro, you really need to do better for your subscribers. And the funny thing is, I'm trying to save your subscribers from making a potential mistake by listening to you, who basically just dismisses all these negative potential, price action that Bitcoin can actually face. It's actually facing some challenges right now. And like I said in my other videos, okay, if it doesn't get past this trend line, this blue trend line, which it tried multiple times, but it failed. If it doesn't get over that, it's not going to really make new all-time highs. And like I said before, dude, you put in a weekly topping tail that never got negated back in, not July, but August. Okay, weekly topping tail in August and a monthly topping tail on August. And you almost put in another a monthly topping tail in October. This is bearish price action. It's not bullish, bro. And like I said before, back in 2021, in November, you did also put in a monthly topping tail. You got to pay attention to these things, guys. You really do. I'm just trying to prevent you guys from making a huge mistake and having to hold on to Bitcoin for the entire 3 years of crypto winter, not being able to move that money. Okay? That's all I'm trying to do. Just to give you a bit more perspective on George and CryptosRUs or whatever. Dude, this is the guy who literally DCA'd into Luna as it collapsed.
Do you have DPEG insurance on UST? I do not. I have 100K UST. I'm pretty nervous. I did 2 before, but now I got down to 48 because I actually used some of it to DCA. But you know what? I think they'll pull through. I think I have faith that Doe will figure it out. Right? We're seeing the DPEG kind of, at least USD kind of hovering around 80 cents.
Nice FTX. Nice, bro.
I think the bad actors may have sold off all their UST, and now the market's trying to digest what's going on. I know people even bought UST. Like buying stablecoin is usually not investment, but some people are, right? So Frankie, I don't have insurance. I'm just leaving it in there. All these people complain about this dip only do so because they have too much of their wealth put in. They need to chill out, get out, or have money on the side, right? Like I've been saying, I put in a significant amount today. I put in $50,000 today for DCA. I put $50,000 yesterday, so that's 6 figures already. But that's because I have that 25, 30% in cash, so I'm able to do so, right? But many people don't, and that's where it kind of hurts when you watch things go down. But when things go back up, right, you'll be happy that you DCA'd. So that's why you got to figure out how to get that cash pile on the side. Otherwise, it's going to hurt a little bit. But I will maintain that DCAing is still the best course of action. I've been through so many of these, and sometimes you got to wait it out. You wait it out. Maybe you got to wait 6 months. You got to wait out 12 months. But Bitcoin always comes back. The market comes back, and all coins are stronger than ever.
All coins are stronger than ever. Yep. May 9th, 2022. What did he do afterwards? May 12th, 2022.
Let's get to Tether. No, I'm sorry. Let's get to Terra. Terra is now at 3 cents. In fact, it's actually lower. It has dropped to 1 cent. I don't know why CMC is slow, but it has dropped to 1 cent. When you thought it couldn't go any lower.
There goes your 50K.
Last night, when I revealed my plan, it was, 40 cents, 30 cents? And I did DCA. Not all the way, but I did DCA quite a lot because I told you I wanted to bring my cost average down, right? Now, I get to DCA even more. At 1 cent, that's, man, I could bring my dollar cost average down, like, I don't know, to probably like 10 cents very easily. But why does this keep going down? Why is Terra not recovering? Well, it's due to this, the peg. The peg just can't come back up.
Anybody who actually been through that, you already know. If you want to watch it, I mean, you see the link right there. I'm actually surprised you actually still have this video. I thought you would have, deleted it or something. But yeah, so it's funny how he actually DCA'd in, even when it dropped to like 1 cent, basically. Like 3 cents, dude. What the shit? When other crypto influencers like Ben Cohen was saying he wouldn't even touch it.
And I look at Luna and I say, you know, they have a mountain to climb at this point. Trust is completely gone. The best thing that I think can happen, the best thing for the entire asset class as a whole is to learn the mistakes from Luna and move on and eventually just sort of treat it as a relic, not something that's going to keep going. I also sort of have a problem with, you know, them just forking it, you know, and
which they did fork it, by the way.
And some of the voting mechanisms I think aren't really the best, but I will say I don't trust it. I'm not going to put any of my money into it. Doesn't mean it can't pump occasionally, but it's not something I'm focused on. And if I were in the position, like if I found myself
anyway, yeah, he basically said he's not going to put any money into it. So, bro, if you're gonna follow anybody in this crypto space right now, the only person that I could really truly recommend is Ben Cohen. That's it. Like, dude, like, why are you just so focused on only the positive narrative of Bitcoin and basically doing no analysis of your own other than other posts and tweets and all that crap that you find online? Bro, you really need to do better for your subscribers. The fact that you even have as much or close to the amount of subscribers as Ben Cohen, which is just freaking bizarre to me. Like, how is that even possible? But dude, the amount of influence you have in the crypto space with the amount of subscribers you have, you need to do better. Seriously, dude. What are you doing? My God. Like I said, I'm just trying to prevent people from making the same mistakes. And from what I'm seeing in the price action in Bitcoin right now, it's not bullish, bro. Just because you're moving up from this, you know, bearish consolidation and breaking out from this bearish consolidation, that's barely anything. There's nothing to get excited about. Now, if Bitcoin actually at least negated the weekly topping tail that it put in August, then maybe I'll be a bit more bullish. Yeah. Heck, if anything, if it gets past this sideways chop right here, if it gets past here, this zone, basically about 12,000. If it gets past 12,000, then yeah, maybe it will reattack this blue line, maybe, and put in a slightly higher high. But unless it actually truly negates the weekly topping tail at the very least that it put in August, I'm not going to be bullish. Okay? So please, everybody out there who's watching CryptosRUs, do not only focus on the positive narrative that he's just shilling out here, dude. Seriously, do your own analysis. And in the end, if you end up losing money because of him, it's still your fault. It's not actually his fault. Because in the end, you're the one who clicked on the button to invest. Okay? All I'm saying is be careful out there. Do not focus solely on the positive narrative. Okay? And do your own analysis for the love of God. And look at the charts. Don't look at the charts only on this without actually looking at the entire picture of what happened before. Bro, it is not the same setup, man. Truly not the same setup. Pay attention. Be careful out there. Be safe out there. And I'll see you guys in the next one.